Disney, the beloved family company that effed around and found out. In 2023, Disney lost nearly $1/3 billion on just 2 Marvel movies.
I do not need a 40-year-old white dude to tell me what didn't work for him about A Wrinkle in Time.
Its 2024 Snow White movie is fighting an uphill PR battle because the main actress turned off half the fan base when she insulted the source material, the original Snow White.
The original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Yeah. Weird.
In the last few years, things have gotten so laughably bad for Disney that even South Park got in on the joke.
Put a chick in it, make her gay!
Disney is down bad, and they know it. Their theme parks aren't making as much money due to a struggling economy. They ruined their reputation as a brand by playing identity politics, and right now they're trying to make a course correction. Well, kinda. When it comes to the culture wars, Disney seems to be taking half measures. On one hand, Disney is still doing race swaps, like casting a black girl and a Polynesian guy to play white Vikings, but on the other hand, Disney is toning down the rhetoric on gender wars. One of Disney's shows featured a trans character. However, Disney decided to throw away the episode because of obvious reasons. When you see it, you'll understand. But someone somehow leaked the episode, and so I have it, and I'm going to show it to you. And once you see it, you will understand why Disney has tried to hide it. Hello everyone, if you're a new viewer, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. If this is your second, third, fourth time watching one of my videos and you're not yet subscribed, we already go together. Okay, make it official and hit that subscribe button. Today we have to talk about this scrapped episode from a Disney show. Now, to give you guys some context, the show is called Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur.
What?
I know. I had never heard of the show either. I actually found the deleted episode by accident while scrolling through Twitter, and I thought to myself, hey, this would be a fun YouTube video. And so now here we are.
I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it.
So Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur is a show on Disney Plus. It was originally a comic book series and it has been adapted for TV. The synopsis on IMDb says, after 13-year-old super genius Lunella accidentally brings 10-ton T-Rex Devil Dinosaur into present-day New York City via a time vortex, the duo works together to protect the city's Lower East Side from danger. So the show is pretty much about a girl in middle school who fights bad guys with her dinosaur as her sidekick, and the show features ethnically diverse characters as well as LGBT LMNOP123 characters. Despite the show being popular with their target audience and receiving a rating of 7.5 on IMDb, I mean, they could be bots, I don't know. Either way, it was recently canceled just this past October. I couldn't find any direct statements from Disney executives as to why they canceled the show, but if I had to guess, it may have something to do with Disney deciding they no longer want to go down with the sinking ship that is modern day wokeness. I mean, look what Walmart did.
Walmart joining a growing list of companies rolling back diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives.
Anyways, now that the show is dead, we can all celebrate by dancing on the grave of the deleted episode. Now, the episode is called Gatekeeper, and it is about a recurring character named Brooklyn. Brooklyn is trans and wants to compete in a girls' volleyball championship game. Sounds familiar. However, the coach from the opposing team is preventing Brooklyn from playing. The episode begins with the team called the Squirrels in the gym preparing for their game.
Team, why is today special?
Because it's the regional championships, Captain.
And are we ready?
Born that way!
That means all of you, even if you're just on a team for a PE credit. Are we gonna slay?
Heck yeah!
The opposing team shows up and their captain, a woman named Coach Greer, offers them orange slices and they begin practicing before the game. While both teams are in the gym preparing, Coach Greer overhears Brooklyn and a fellow teammate talking. It is revealed that Brooklyn is actually a boy.
Great.
They were the only light in the darkness of me having to play on the boys' team.
Boys team?
Coach Greer explains to the coach of the Squirrels that there is a boy on his team and that it isn't fair.
Our team captain used to play on a boys team. A boy... Coach, is something wrong with your eyes?
No, I'm just trying to communicate that what you're saying isn't news and also that I don't care.
But that's not fair. This is a girls' volleyball league. Only girls can play.
So the show never addresses the fact that the team actually has 2 male athletes, Brooklyn and the other player who is a gay boy who says he's non-binary. They also never address the advantages that male athletes have against female athletes. They just present the opposing team's coach as hateful. I thought that was so stupid. If they wanted the coach to be the villain and be ideologically consistent, she would have a problem with both players, the non-binary one and the trans one, but I digress. The coach then slips on an orange peel and becomes injured. As a result, Brooklyn volunteers to become the team captain so that the team doesn't have to forfeit the game. Coach Greer is upset and looks for other reasons to disqualify the team.
Those aren't regulation knee pads.
Actually got them from the league for Pride Month.
What's in this?
Water. We good?
Fast forward to just before game time, and the squirrels are in the locker room preparing.
It's just a narrow-minded coach who's doing whatever she can to get me disqualified. I've seen it before.
No one tell her I'm non-binary. Her brain might explode.
I'm gonna explode. I just wanna... this isn't right.
Coach Greer approaches Brooklyn once again before the game and asks him to do the right thing and sit it out. However, Brooklyn refuses.
I'm gonna go with nah.
I see. Well, if you won't play by my rules, you won't play at all.
Hey, wait.
So this kind of makes no sense. I mean, Coach Greer is against boys playing in the girls' league, but then says nothing about the non-binary player and only focuses on the trans player. And she doesn't say anything about the fact that there are males in the girls' change room. I mean, realistically speaking, if they wanted to make Coach Greer a realistic villain, she would have an issue with all of it. She wouldn't support the non-binary player nor the trans player being on the team or in the change room. Like, if you're gonna push propaganda, just do it properly, Disney, okay? No half measures. Do it properly. Anyways, at this point, Coach Greer becomes a supervillain and uses a magic key to lock them in the change room. If they can't get out, then they can't play. And if the team doesn't escape in time, they will be automatically forfeited, giving the win to the opposing team. The locker room then becomes an escape room. They solve the puzzle, they get the keys to unlock the door, only to find out that there is another room that they need to escape from. At this point, Brooklyn starts crying and gives a speech.
We did everything right.
No, we didn't. It's like creepy hologram Greer said. To get out, you must follow my rules. I'm trans. My very existence breaks Greer's rules, which means as long as I'm a member of this team, we'll never escape. This is all my fault. I don't want to be a burden.
That's exactly how I felt when I asked people to use different pronouns for me. Was that a burden?
Of course not.
Exactly. Most people were happy to step up.
We're here for you.
Yeah, Brooke.
Let us step up for you.
We can't win. And that just gets me just really so angry.
So they break through the floor into a dimension that looks like a video game. There's a bunch of rainbows and trans colors. They do some of this, a little bit of that, and yada yada yada. Somehow they escape. So they escape the gay dimension and they get to the gym, and then they confront Coach Greer.
Doesn't matter how many doors people like you slam in my face. With my fight, plus my crew backing me up, I'm always gonna find my way out. Oh, and remember when I said I was on the soccer team? No!
The episode ends with Coach Greer getting removed from the gym, and the team goes on to play. The end. I can't believe that this is what kid shows are like these days. When I was a kid, I watched Recess, Rugrats, The Weekenders, Hey Arnold, Dexter's Laboratory, Powerpuff Girls, so many other classic cartoons that didn't blatantly push political messaging. Like, the themes and the storylines were apolitical because the target audience was children. I don't ever recall watching a show that made me feel that as a black girl, I was oppressed. Why is it the norm these days to have these like oppression Olympics in children's shows? And the show was obviously slanted in one direction. It didn't present any legitimate reasons for the coach to be against a male player participating in a female league, which there are legitimate reasons that are scientifically proven, but they didn't present any of that. They just made her out to be evil and hateful. This episode was meant to coddle fragile leftists and their children, and people who believe that the world is inherently evil and a hateful place and they have to fight back against it. And that's not true. Like, the life is way more nuanced than that. People who are against males competing in sports, they just want to maintain fairness for females. People who are against children transitioning don't support it because children are just too young to make such life-altering decisions, and it's really concerning that Disney is attempting to normalize 13-year-olds transitioning. While I was doing research for this video, I actually came across a clip of Chloe Cole. Some of you may recognize Chloe Cole as the detransitioner who has become an activist. At a young age, Chloe was allowed to transition, and Chloe had surgery to cut off her breasts, was on hormone replacement therapy, and it turned out that Chloe Cole was actually just a young girl who was on the spectrum and who had been misdiagnosed as trans. So she's been very active in advocating against transitioning children. She's been very active in supporting detransitioners. And she's also pointed out the fact that Disney covers the cost for children of employees to transition, but doesn't cover the cost for children of employees to detransition.
Good morning. I am Chloe Cole, patient advocate for Do No Harm, a group that seeks accountability in the medical profession. I am presenting proposal number 7 titled Report on Gender Transitioning Compensation and Benefits, sponsored by National Legal and Policy Center. Disney pays for gender transition interventions, but not detransitioning care. Therefore, the company discriminates based on gender identity under EEOC regulations. I speak from personal experience as someone who was deceived and physically harmed at a young age by gender ideology, validated by the medical industry and pushed to the masses by corporations like Disney. Influenced by modern media and social networks, I began a transition to male at age 12. By age 16, after practitioners I trusted encouraged me to take puberty blockers and get a double mastectomy, I tried to come back to reality, but it was too late. My body has been irreversibly damaged, and years later, my chest is still in bandages. My doctors have abandoned me. You doctors look and shrug. As a result, I am suing those professionals who steered me into taking these destructive steps that have permanently scarred me. But Disney, in its arrogance, has responded to our proposal by stating that I am only trying to generate attention for a limited agenda. Mr. Iger, Disney, under your watch, is pushing the limited agenda of gender ideology. Disney has become the Ursula that is stealing the voices of thousands of little Ariels across the world by telling us that we can be something that we can never become. The lawsuits are coming, sir. It's only a matter of time before current or past employees whose bodies and lives have been irreversibly harmed will show up at your door looking for justice and restitution. Please vote for proposal number 7.
That is all I have for this video. What do you guys think about Disney shelving this episode? Do you think it's a sign that Disney is moving in the right direction, or do you think it's too little too late? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comment section down below. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit the like button, because when you do, it helps other people find my videos in the algorithm. If you are not yet subscribed, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you would like to support my channel monetarily, I will have a link to my Patreon in the description box down below. And I would like to give a special thanks to those of you who are supporting me on Patreon. If you liked this video and you would like to see 2 more like it, I will have 2 more videos for you in the end cards. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye.